Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location and streaming live on YouTube. We are bringing you Metro West High School football, the final game of the regular season for both these teams at the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's. The Red Knights 3 and 4 taking on Mound Westonka Whitehawks, and it is a non-conference game, not a conference game, but two very similar records there. The Whitehawks with a winning record 4 and 3. They'd love to go 5 and 3 to get a better seat in their section. Meanwhile, the Red Knights, the defending champions of the Metro West section, kicking off here 3 and 4, want to get back to 500 here late in the year. And underway we are, kickoff by Benilde. Ball picked up by the Whitehawks, and they'll be brought down at about the 34-yard line, and they will start 1st and 10. 12 minutes on the clock, first quarter, as we look at the starting lineup lists for the Whitehawks. And there is their offensive line: Pisarik, Leinfelder, Seaman, Hollappa, and Sloan. And right away, the Whitehawks come out in a I formation with a setback to the left, shotgun formation, the handoff to the left side off left tackle for a little gain, maybe a yard, half yard, if that. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us tonight. That is the starting quarterback for Mound Westonka is number 3. His name is Cole Drill. He's in the shotgun once again. Now 2 wideouts, 1 to either side, slot back right, I formation, handoff, no, the fake handoff, and he looks right, rolls right, and the shot and caught. Complete at the 44. A great out pass on a rollout by quarterback Cole Drill. As we look at the other starting lineup on the defense, Colico, Dugan, and Warmer for the Red Knights. Meanwhile, it is 1st and 10 from the 44, and Cole Drill again in the shotgun. Tight formation, 1 wide out to the far left, and now they look left, changing the play. Now, Cole Drill in the shotgun. There's a setback right to his right, I formation behind him, and the handoff. No, he keeps it, he gives it off, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for a short gain. That's running back Blake Reinbold, I should say. We'll make it, they're going to call it maybe 2, 2nd and 9 on the scoreboard. I'd say it was about a yard and a half, 2nd and 9. Or long 8, if you will, on the right hash mark from about the 45.5-yard line. 2nd down for the Whitehawks. They have 1 first down already. First quarter just underway here on MEA Weekend Football, as Drill now looks left, and he's got some speed and some scrambling ability. Lets it go, incomplete. Ball intended, it looked for Max Cray, number 2. Here's that replay as we looked at Cole Drill, and we're starting to see his skill set, aren't we, as he's able to elude with unbelievable quickness there and get turns to make that throw against the grain. Shows great dexterity and flexibility in quarterback Cole Drill. But now he's looking at a 3rd and long and a chance for the Red Knights to get the ball back right here. Tight formation inside, fake handoff, and then the pass, almost like a lateral ahead to number 18 for the Mohawks. And I'll get a name for him as soon as I can locate him on the program, but I don't see him. But it was a nice pass and catch to the left, and a 1st down and some for the Whitehawks. They're now down to the Benilde 35-yard line, 1st and 10, and a great initial drive here for Mound Westonka Whitehawks on a beautiful night here. Mid-50 degrees, low wind. The full moon is looking over us right over the 50-yard line. Great, spectacular view here at Benilde-St. Margaret's. Now the handoff to number 6. That's Blake Reinhold again, and he does find some room this time on the left tackle. He'll be close to a 1st down as he will be brought down at around the 26. They're going to call it a gain of 9 and a short 1 yard to go. And here the man in motion, and then quickly the handoff. Almost a little bit of trouble with the exchange there, but then he found the hole, burst forward, and brought down 2nd and short for the Whitehawks as they are now approaching the red zone on their first possession in the first quarter. Now Drill, shotgun formation, looks right, left, throws left, complete to number 2, the wide receiver, Max Cray, and that's going to be another first down for the Whitehawks. 9:15 and counting here in the first quarter. The Whitehawks have obtained several first downs, mostly through the air, and now that is quarterback number 3, Cole Drill, looking to the left for the play as they flash them in with hand signs. 2 wideouts, one on either side, slot back left, handoff fake, as they are prone to do. Now the rollout pass, wide open, complete to number 33. That is Joe Sluka for another first down, as he is brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Maybe they'll call it at the 10. It's going to be first and goal to go, just inside the 10-yard line. 8:35 and counting, and a great first drive here for the Mound Westonka Whitehawks. Again, shotgun formation, no huddle at all. They are somehow commuting the plays in as they look left. The coaches are calling it from the sideline. That is such a difference from what I grew up with. Sometimes when I played high school football, not sometimes, oftentimes, they just let the quarterback, the high school player, call all the plays. He's in there, and they'd let him do that. I don't think that happens anymore. Now they're going to go for the fade over that left side on the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Good defense by the Red Knights. As we look at that replay right here, look at the cornerback as he does not take that fake, and he uses his speed. He wasn't looking back. That's number 13, Khalil Brown, on the defense. Arguably, there could have been an interference call because he didn't look back, but he also didn't make any contact with the receiver, so good no call, great defense. Now, again, Drill to the right side as he does the quarterback keeper, and he finds a little bit of room as he's brought down at the 7-yard line on the near side. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal, and a witching hour time here for the Red Knights. Can they stop them here on the initial drive? 7:40, long first drive here for the Whitehawks. Again, no huddle. Cole Drill, the quarterback, in the shotgun, slot back left, wide out to the near side, fake handoff. He tries to take it himself up the middle. He's going to mid that right away, although he's going to get a gain. He's going to try to get, what do they call that, the tush push these days. And before he's brought down, they blow the whistle, the play dead by the whistle, and they're going to mark him down at the 4. Here's the replay. Cole Drill, the fake handoff. They do a lot of that, don't they? Almost always a fake this or that for the Whitehawks, and he keeps his feet alive, and he's able to get down to the 4-yard line. And now, rather than go for it on 4th and 4 from the 4 at a field goal attempt, Drill will do the hold, ball down, put up, and it is going to be good just inside that left upright. And the Whitehawks, on an impressive opening drive on the road here at the McQuinn Athletic Complex, go up 3-0. But if you're a Red Knight fan, you've got to see that as a win. It looked like the Whitehawks were going to cruise in for a touchdown. They were able to stop him and only allow them to score 3 points. So now next up, the Red Knights will be on offense with 6:48 to go in the first quarter. But right now, our score 3-0 Whitehawks. So a good start on the road for them, and they will come out on just a gorgeous night. Paul, I don't know if we can get a shot of the moon that's overlooking this field directly to the east. It is absolutely beautiful, coming right down over the 50-yard line. We'll have to show you the panoramic view, and what a great, awesome place it is to play football on a gorgeous fall night. When you think of fall October football, this is the kind of weather you think about. All right, 3-0 Whitehawks, 6:48 on the clock. Red Knights back to receive. Kickoff now, short to the right side, and it's picked up by received by number 3, Nathan Dukowski, the junior, and he will rush it back for a short gain, and the Red Knights will be in business from their own 34-yard line, it appears. As we look at their starting lineup, there's their front line across from right to left: McCombs, Alexander, Staples, Nixon, Johnson, and Yarborough. And also on the skill positions, tight end Shannon, Claw, Seymour, Stutterly, big tall guy TJ Stutterly, look for him, and also Sean Washington. Very talented group. I will say this, their usual starting quarterback, Peyton Myers, broke his wrist earlier in the season. He's been out the last several games. In at quarterback is number 12 in his stead, Luke Guggenberger. And he'll hand off that first offensive play by the Red Knights for a short game, maybe even a loss there of 1. So good defense by the Whitehawks. There's Luke Guggenberg. He's the senior quarterback in relief of Peyton Myers. And that was a big blow, I believe, to the Red Knights. I was able to broadcast one game. There we look at the starting lineup for the Whitehawks. There's at defensive tackle, Klein Saucer. Any relationship to the Klein Saucer? Probably. Yep, Sabaski. All right, now handoff inside, and a flag from in the backfield. Usually that's against the offense when it comes from the back judge.
There is a penalty flag on the
and let's see what they sort out here. That was 2nd and 11, 6:02 remaining, first quarter. And I still don't have any inclination of what the penalty is. It's usually holding. Yes, that's what it is, almost every time from the back judge. So that'll set the Red Knights back, and now it'll be a long 2nd and 21 as they are backed up to their 22-yard line. So let's see what they've got in their offensive
second down, 2nd and 21.
arsenal here. Now they come out. Sean Washington, the single setback, 3 wideouts, 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Guggenberger under center, very rare in high school football. There was never a shotgun when I played high school football in the 80s, but that was way long ago. Okay, now Startley in motion, the handoff to Washington, and he is going to be brought down. Oh, excuse me, that was Kellogg with the run. Number 33, the junior, 6 foot 210, gets a short gain, and now it's going to be 3rd and long for the Red Knights. After that short gain, they're going to call it 3rd and about, let's see, gain of 4. 3rd and 17 from the 27. So we'll see if the Red Knights are going to go to the air here. They do have some talented wide receivers. It's a question of whether they can give enough time to the quarterback Guggenberg, who's under center. Single setback is number 33, Javion Kellogg. Man in motion, and the handoff to Kellogg as the Red Knights are going to play conservative football here, and they will be in a punting situation. Good stop, a 4 and out for the Whitehawks. They got a 3-0 lead, and they're going to end up with good field position here after the stop, and it really was the holding call that I think set the Red Knights back on this particular drive, if you want to call it that. Now back to punt. Number 49, William Gatke, the senior. And 2 Whitehawks are back, standing at about their 37 to receive it. Not a lot of wind. Nice punt by Gatke. It's going to be received at about the 40-yard line by number 17. That is J.T. Kimbrough. And after a short gain, nice pursuit on the special teams coverage for the Red Knights, corrals him. And the Whitehawks, though, will be in business. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line, left hash mark. I look at the clock, 4:23 remaining, first quarter. That's our score, 3-0. Last game of the regular season for both teams, MEA weekend. I'm trying to remember when we had MEA weekend, whether we had Wednesdays off. I think we went to school on Wednesdays and had Thursdays and Fridays off. But tonight is basically the Friday of this week. All right, now cold drill and the handoff, and he's going to be met again in the middle by that strong up front defense by the Red Knights in on the tackle, leading the way for the Red Knights. Number 54, Milo Dungan, I should say. Stops them for a short gain at 1 yard. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 44. Drill in the shotgun. This time, 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Single setback behind Drill, calling signals. He'll roll left, as he's done often. Pulls up, getting chased out of the pocket, lets it go. And he misses his receiver, and no call on anything there. There was no roughing, no grounding call, and here's Cole Drills. He likes to go left. They roll him out a lot, trying to take advantage of that speed, and that was great defense by number 15, Chase Brixius, the star senior linebacker for the Red Knights. Smelled that out. He had great instincts to see what was happening there. And as it is appearing to me anyway, the Whitehawks with their quarterback, Cole Drill, they do a lot of deception, a lot of fake handoffs, and a lot of rollouts. And so it's very important that the Red Knights, if you're a Red Knight fan, to stay at home in their zones to contain him. And there he is, another kind of semi-rollout. Now they throw it back on the screen pass, complete though to number 44 for the Whitehawks. That is Andrew Hossington with the reception, and he does bring it out to about the 50-yard line. That's what they're going to call it. It'll now be 4th and 4, so a good stop by the Red Knights. Now the question is, are the Whitehawks going to go for it, which is something of a trend in all levels of football, I've noticed. Not so quick to punt here, and neither are the Whitehawks as they're looking to the sideline for the call. There are the hand signals. The signal is in, the play is in. 2 wideouts to the near side. And the quick, now that was a fake. There was Cole Drill looking to take it, and they hiked it to the setback instead. And they got a quick hitter there. That was to number 6 for the Whitehawks, Blake Reinhold, and he gets the first down. So look, it looked like it might be a punting formation, but it really wasn't. Cole Drill, though, was not in his normal shotgun position there, so that should have tipped off the Red Knights. But the Whitehawks, to their credit, get that first down, and now they get a running play right up the middle, and that'll bring the ball to about the 36-yard line, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 from the 36. We'll call that a gain of 3. So the Whitehawks moving the ball once again here in the first quarter. 2:22 and counting remaining, quarter number 1. Cole Drill shotgun, 3 wideouts, 1 to the left, 2 to the near side. He'll roll right, as he's always been doing. He's gonna let it fly. He's got an open receiver, but he overthrows him. Intended for Max Cray, number 2. He did have separation, but it was overthrown on the rollout. That stops the clock with 2 minutes 10 seconds remaining. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7. Here's that replay. Again, another rollout by Cole Drill. Looking right, throws right, and just let it fly. It would have taken a very good pass, as there was coverage there by the Red Knights. He would have had to drop it right in there. It would have been an incredible pass, but nevertheless, it's 3rd and 7 from the 36. Big play here if you're a Red Knight fan. Trying to stop the Whitehawks from scoring on their 2nd consecutive possession to open this match on MEA weekend. And now a handoff, and it's loose, and the Red Knights are on it, or are they? It's lost around. They tried to pick it up. Now it's still loose, and let's see who they're going to give it to. Looking for an official call, and there it is. The Red Knights come up with it. Boy, they almost lost it, didn't they? Number 1 gets the recovery, Quinlan McMonamy, and I'll tell you though, there was to be constructive criticism, trying to be nice. You want to get on that ball. Looked like they may have tried to pick it up, but it does work out for the Red Knights. So a big miscue for the Whitehawks gives the Red Knights 1st and 10, and this just may be the shot of adrenaline they were looking for to jumpstart their offense here with 2:02 to go in quarter number 1. They are now 1st and 10 in Whitehawks territory at the 49. All right, now Guggenberger under center, 2 wideouts to the far side, single setback, slot back to the right, calling signals, Guggenberger, and there's a whistle just as they were about to take the play up. That could be a false start, and it is. So another penalty against the Red Knights. And my last match here, that seemed to be a problem in their homecoming game. And now it seems to be appearing again here in quarter number 1. And now they are looking at a 1st and 15 from their own 46. Looking for some confidence boosting plays here. Now 2 wideouts to the right, slot back to the left. Slot back, and Guggenberger rolls out, and he escapes a would-be tackler, delivers the pass, and it's complete. Wow, what a play by Luke Guggenberger. I thought they had him dead to rights. and he got that pass off with pinpoint accuracy, and it was complete to number 80, Riley Shannon, and he was covered, so that pass was right on the mark. Clock now winding down, 2nd and 6 from the Whitehawks 45. The deepest penetration into Whitehawk territory for the Red Knights tonight. Again, 2nd and 6. Now, single setback, 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. No slot backs. Guggenberger in the shotgun this time. First time tonight. Looks right, throws right, wide open, complete. First down, out of bounds. Ball caught by Kobe Willis, the junior, 184 pound, 94 pound, 5'11", and that is the Red Knights' first down of the night. That's got to be a confidence booster for them. 1:07 remaining, quarter number 1. 1st and 10 from the 34. Now, play called, they break huddle. Guggenberger looks like he's gonna go under center. 2 wideouts to the near side, none to the right. Single setback is Kellogg. Guggenberger calling signals with the slot back to the left, and the handoff now to Kellogg, and the big fullback breaks a tackle, darts right, breaks another tackle, and he's gonna be brought down at the 21-yard line, and another first down for the Red Knights. Here's the replay, great blocking to the right side of the line. Kellogg breaks a tackle there, breaks another tackle, finds a little opening, tries to beat the cornerback, and a nice tackle by number 33. That was Joe Sluka. Otherwise, I think Kellogg could have been gone off to the races. 1st and 10, though, for the Red Knights. They are trail 3-0 with 36 seconds left in quarter number 1. Ball on the 22. Now the handoff, this time to Sean Washington. The quick back and the powerful leg, still on his feet. Breaks a few tackles, carries a few other defenders, and he's brought down inside the 5. Let's call it the 2-yard line. Another first down for the Red Knights, and that's the first handoff to Sean Washington. I'm a huge fan of number 8, and this is why. Nice little hesitation. He was patient. He kept his balance, broke a tackle, carried this guy and another guy, and finally wrestled down at the 2-yard line. And it's going to be, well, they're going to call it the 4. Boy, that was generous for the Whitehawks. But now the Red Knights, 1st and goal from the 4, and that will be the end of quarter number 1. What an exciting first quarter. Whitehawks lead 3-0. Red Knights knocking on the door. Come on back for quarter number 2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Glad you're with us.
All of us. You're going to need our technical skills. Our math, your air, your food. You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills. You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise, we'll be
Okay, are we back? All right, welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports. 1st and goal from the 4, Red Knights, beginning of quarter number 2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports, and there's a whistle right off the bat. And now another false start for the Red Knights. That's their 2nd of the evening. 3rd penalty of the game. Whitehawks have 0 penalties. So that'll set the Red Knights back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9. In some ways, in my experience, I feel that almost is a better position to be because it opens up the field for more plays, gives you more room for pass plays. But overall, I think I'd rather be on the 4 than the 9. But that's the story for the Red Knights. Now the handoff, and that is Sean Washington off right tackle. He is brought down near the 5-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 3. They'll call him down at the 6. Red Knights now 2nd and goal from the 6 on an absolutely gorgeous October evening here in Minnesota, St. Louis Park especially. Moon is full, nice crowd, no wind out there to speak of, maybe a slight wind out of the southeast, which is what's bringing the warm temperatures for the next week as our fall continues to feel like summer. Okay, now Guggenberger handoff to Kellogg. He's going to try the left side over the left tackle, and he's going to be brought down as he crosses the 5-yard line, and he's going to be down at about the 1, maybe the 2-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 2. 11 minutes left in the first half. Kellogg comes out. Guggenberger has the play. Sean Washington is in at tailback. Keep an eye on number 8 here. 3rd and 2. Guggenberger under center. Wide out to the near side. I formation. And now another flag. Offsides this time against the Whitehawks was the preliminary call. That is the call that'll move the ball half the distance to the goal line. It'll be 4th and 1.
It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1.
So wonder if that will change the play call. Doesn't appear that it will. I didn't see any hand signals from the near sideline. And now again, I formation. Guggenberger single wide out to the near side. Turn around. Hand off to Washington, and he easily goes off the left end for the touchdown, and the Red Knights are on the board with 6, and that running play touchdown comes with 10:28 remaining in quarter number 2, and the Red Knights get on the board on their 2nd drive of the game, and a nice handoff, and there is the exceptional talent of Sean Washington, number 8. He's got power, speed, great moves, awesome running back to describe, I have to say. Okay, now Gadke in for the extra point. And that is good. And the Red Knights lead at home in their final game of the regular season. They're 3 and 4, looking to get to 500. And here's the replay and the handoff. Nice blocking there on the left side, especially just getting enough of that end that could not contain Washington, and his speed was just too much as he comes into the end zone, almost basically untouched. So Red Knights lead 7-3. Next up, following the kickoff, the Whitehawks will get their 3rd possession, and they've done well on offense. Their first drive stalled inside the 5-yard line. Rather than go for it, they chose the field goal. Second drive, they moved the ball before they turned it over on a fumble, which then led to points. So that's a big ratio in football. How many times you turn the ball over and does it lead to points for the other team? And this time it led to 7 for the Red Knights. So mistakes matter in football, and that is really the difference in this ball game, as the Whitehawks have really outperformed the Red Knights on offense with their 2 drives. And now they're going to get it again, this time coming from the south end zone. Now Gadke with the kickoff. Kicks it high, deep center, caught by the Whitehawks at about the 15, up the middle, and they're going to be brought down at about the 30-yard line, and that's where they'll begin. That ball was brought back by number 12 for the Whitehawks, and let me see if I have a name for him, and unfortunately I don't see it on the program I've been given, but it was a nice short run back. 1st and 10 now for the Whitehawks, just inside that left hash mark. If there is a wind variability tonight, they will have it behind them here in the 2nd quarter, as they are coming from the south side, and again, the winds are coming out of the southeast, which is what's bringing the warmer temperatures once again to this region. Now, drill in the backfield, quarterback calling signals. And now to the flanker. That could have been a lateral. I think it was. It was caught, and the run will be brought down and out of bounds for a short gain. I think they'll call it maybe 5. No, it wasn't that short, was it? Gain of 7. So good gain on 1st down for the Whitehawks. Now they have 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the near side, single setback. Drill calling signals from the shotgun. He'll be back to pass. He's looking right and goes inside, and it's dropped by number 17. That was JT Kimbrough. The ball was there. He just couldn't handle it. Coverage was there for the Red Knights as well. but the clock stops with the incompletion. 10:13 remaining, quarter number 2. Whitehawks now looking to the sideline for the signals. Trying to get into position. Very difficult. There still looks like there's a little confusion, actually. There is no so-called play clock in high school football, but there is a point where I think a referee will say it's too much time. All right, now, I don't even know how to describe that formation, the handoff, but let me tell you what, neither did the Red Knights, as they fooled me. I thought they handed it off to the player in motion, and that is one skill that quarterback Cole Drill has. He's very deceptive, isn't he? He fooled me. I thought he handed it off, and then he kept it for himself, and he found a seam up the middle, broke a tackle there over the 50, tried to steer right, and what a great play by quarterback Cole Drill. He's very good at selling those fakes. That will be a problem for the Red Knights. Okay, now 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the near side, slot back right. Now, I formation in motion, and again, Drill will keep the ball this time. And now we're starting to see the focus of their offense is they're gonna rely on Cole Drill, almost like Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens. He's gonna start running that ball more as he's doing right now, and they're using all the deception to create separation to allow him to run the ball up the middle, and it worked very well there for the Whitehawks. They now have 1st and 10 in Red Knight territory at the 27-yard line. Okay, again, Cole Drill, shotgun, slot back right. 2 wideouts to the near side. And now he'll look right, and now the Red Knights, they, I think, are starting to figure out what the MO is for the Whitehawks, which is Cole Drill getting the ball. And this time they went to the well one too many times. The Red Knights smelled it out this time, and he stopped him for a short gain at 2 yards. And now it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 25-yard line of the Red Knights. Clock continuing to wind down. We're under 9 minutes to go, 8:48. To be exact. Now, I formation, this time Drill hands it off, and the Red Knights saw that as well. So that seemed to me to be somewhat predictable because they went to Cole Drill with deception plays running 3 out of the last 4 plays. This time they had, and they smelled that out on the last one. This time they knew he was gonna hand it off, and he did, and they stopped him for a gain of 1. Now it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 24. Drill, shotgun, 3 wideouts to the near side. He throws left, complete, and he's brought down immediately by an amazing tackle by number 7 for the Red Knights, Will Seymour. And Paul, I've lost my picture for some reason. 8:07 remaining, and a 1st and 10 with that completion. So a nice throw and catch in the slot by the Whitehawks. 1st and 10 from the 17 now. As they look for the play, as they shuffle their formation, all coming from the sideline, either verbally or with hand signals. Clock now at 7:44. Now Drill, I think they've got the play. 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. Set back behind Drill, calling signals, 2 slot backs on either side. Low snap, and he does hand it off, and the Red Knights are right there to stop that on 1st and 10. And again, I don't have my monitor picture working here, but that's okay. 7:22 to go, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 8. There we go. 7:16 remaining. Our score 7-3. Exciting game here. Well played by both sides here. Now 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the near side on 2nd and 8. Drill back to pass, looks right, throws right, complete on the flat. And what a tackle there by guess who? Number 15, Chase Brixius, again on the play. The stellar linebacker for the Red Knights smelled that out as well. He's gonna bring up a 3rd down. And now the officials, is there a flag down that I didn't see? But there is some discussion. Also some yelling, and let's see here, we are gonna have a penalty. And we have an unsportsmanlike conduct, the first penalty of the night for the Whitehawks, as I lost my picture again, Paul. And that's gonna back up the Whitehawks. And let's see where they mark it. They mark it at the 28-yard line, apparently they do. It's gonna be third and very long. There we go.
So it'll be a third
And there it's gone.
and 22.
And the Whitehawks looking to the right. Clock winding down, under 7 minutes, thank you. Okay, now we got four wideouts. Nope, it's gone again. Four on either side, single setback, drill in shotgun formation, calling signals on 3rd and 20. Setback goes in motion, they're gonna throw it to the setback on the wheel route, and it gets timed and almost intercepted by number 28 for the Red Knights. That was Connor McWhite. What a play that was. I don't have the replay on my screen, but go ahead and show it, Paul, because that was a great one. And I can remember it as he went right, and the cornerback, and I didn't catch the number, met the pass at the receiver. It popped the ball up in the air, almost intercepted. Great defensive play by the Red Knights. But guess what? The Whitehawks now are going for it on 4th and 20 from the 28. They need to get to the 8-yard line for a first down. Now, drill, back to pass, and the screen, and it's incomplete. They're gonna turn the ball over on downs. Good defense by the Red Knights. They lead 7-3. Clock stopped with 6:23 to go, second quarter. And the Red Knights now stop the Whitehawks. And that brings a lot of enthusiasm for the home crowd, as I'm still looking for my monitor, but that's okay. And now the Red Knights will come out on offense with a 4-point lead with 6:23 to go here, second quarter. The play has been called from the sideline. Guggenberger under center, 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. Single setback is Kellogg. Guggenberger calling signals. And the handoff to Kellogg. He'll try the right side, breaks the tackle, he'll fall and get tripped up. For a short game, we'll call it about 4. And let's see, they mark it at the, oh, yep, the picture comes on and off there, Paul. Was on, then it was off, that's okay. 6 minutes remaining, 2nd and 6 for the Red Knights. Ball at the 31, 2-yard line, they'll call it. Guggenberger under center, 2 wideouts on either side. Fake handoff, he'll go long in the fly pattern to number 84, and he was covered well. Intended for TJ Stutterly. He is 6'6", 210. I was waiting for them to take a shot. Good coverage, though, by the Whitehawks. They had a player there. Let's look at the replay. As Guggenberger let it go, and he overthrew him. No, he had the ball there, but great defense. I believe that was number 27 for the Whitehawks. And let me see if I can find his name on my program. I do not see it, but nevertheless, that was great defense. All right, ensuing play, throw by Guggenberger from a short pocket. Incomplete, intended this time for number 14 of the Red Knights, Kobe Willis, and that will bring up a 4th down. So the Red Knights are 3 and out after they stop the Whitehawks, and so they will turn the ball over on this punt. It'll be 4th and 6 from their own 32. The Red Knights are not going to go for it, or so it appears. And the Whitehawks are going to get it back. And that is, again, Gadke. He's their kicking specialist, William Gadke. And he will indeed, oh, almost got blocked. My goodness, number 13. And it did get blocked. And the ball is going to be down in Red Knight territory. I didn't think it got blocked, but it did get blocked, didn't it? Coming right in there. Number 13 jumped and he got his right hand on it, and it was a partial block. And then the ball took a spin right into the hands of number 44. That is Andrew Hossington. And just like that, the Whitehawks are in business. 1st and 10, deep in Red Knight territory at the 24. Drill in shotgun formation, single wide out to the near side, single setback behind him, the fake handoff, he'll roll left, looks left, and throws complete. And what a pass and catch and a touchdown for the Whitehawks. And what a well-executed play. As I think that was number 10 that caught that. Carter Kleinsaucer, and if that name rings a bell, It's not for a good reason. It is for a good reason. That is the famous former Viking Kleinsasser's son playing out in Mound Westonka. Gets that catch, and he's playing the same position as his father. Didn't Kleinsasser play a tight end? I believe he did. I actually met Mr. Kleinsasser once. That guy is built like real solid. Some people get big by lifting weights. Some people are just big naturally, and his father is one of those guys. All right, now, good catch by Westonka, and now they have a 10-7 lead with 5:28 to go. Clock stop. And now the Red Knights will get it back here with a chance to either tie or take the lead. And let's look at this play again. Complete to Carter Kleinsasser. Boy, that was a great pass right over his right shoulder. He brought it in, broke that tackle, and brought it into the end zone. Touchdown, Whitehawks. They lead 10-7, and this is a great match. You got a 4-3 Mound Westonka team coming here on the road on MEA weekend, trying to get better position for their section tournament. Meanwhile, the Red Knights coming off a great year last year, conference champions. They lost their starting quarterback, which has really hurt their chances this year. They're 3-4, looking to get to 500 and also improve their section and try to make a run in the playoffs, both these teams. But right now, it's 10-7 Whitehawks as they're about to kick off.
Back to receive for the Red Knights, Jaden Garibaldi and Khalif Brown.
And that was Uvalde. Chase
And the ball goes out of
Lee,
bounds,
actually,
so
the
it'll be a
kicker.
penalty kick.
And that went out of bounds, I believe, and that'll give the Red Knights excellent field position. Let's see where they mark it. I'm not sure what the rule is. There's the ball, the referee. I think they should put it on the 35-yard line. There they are. Yeah, it'll be 35-yard line, right hash mark. So excellent field position for the Red Knights on the kick that went out of bounds. They're just down 3 here. And now they come out with a play called. 3 wideouts across, 1 to the left, 2 to the short field near side. Single setback is Washington. Guggenberger under center. And the handoff to number 2. That is Christian Johnson. And he looks for room, spins, beats a tackle. Now he gets thrown out of bounds. Will there be a flag there at the end? They're definitely calling for it in the Red Knight cheering section. No flag there. Judge for yourself. And that was a nice handoff from the end around to the flanker. Number 2, Christian Johnson, showing his speed. Eludes that tackle, and then right here, this is where the objection came from. I don't know. You know, I think it's football. Sometimes I think those get overcalled. That was a tackle. It was close to out of bounds. It would have been a nice bonus, but let them play on. 1st and 10, 47-yard line. Red Knights, left hash mark. 2 wideouts, 1 on either side. In motion, Christian Johnson, the fake handoff. Now they give it to Washington, and he is met in the backfield by number 56. John Seaman for the Whitehawks was in there. I think number 67 also was in there. That's Dylan Sloan. And that's going to be a loss of 1 for the Red Knights. Now checking in at wideout for them, Kobe Willis. 2nd and long now coming for the Red Knights at their 46, right in the middle of the field between the hash marks. Guggenberger under center, 3 wideouts to the near side. The handoff this time to Kellogg, and he's going to also be brought down for a loss. And that's going to set them back another yard and bring up a 3rd and 12. Clock continues to wind down in the second quarter. 4:04 and counting. 3rd and 12 from the 45. Now checking in, number 84, the super tall, 6'6", 210 senior. I would try to throw the ball to him as often as I could. He's 6'6", clearly has an advantage there. They've tried to him one time. Let's see if they go back to him on this play. Kellogg in the I formation. Guggenberger, hands off to Kellogg. That left side breaks a tackle, turns around, and he's going to be brought down short of the first down. And it's going to bring up a 4th and short, but they are in Whitehawk territory. And let's see, are they going to kick it or go for it here on 4th and about, it's going to be a good 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, yes, 4th and 4 exactly from the 47, and they are in punting formation. So the Red Knights playing very conservatively at home. They're only down 3, lots of game left, so no quibble with that decision. And back in punting formation is Gadke, and there is number 17. That is JT Kimbrough back to receive. He'll come up and receive it at about the 22, calling a fair catch. And that's where the Whitehawks will get their possession, their second one of the second quarter. Clock stopped on the changeover of possession. 2:49 remaining second quarter, and this is a chance to remind you, you are watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We are streaming live on YouTube. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us on just a beautiful 50-degree night, full moon in the sky, lights on, good crowd on hand, good crowd on the far side for the Whitehawks, and now they will come out again with 2:49 remaining in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 22. 4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Single setback. Drill looks right on the rollout and incomplete.
Pass
Intended for JT Kimbrough, number 17. There he is. Couldn't quite handle that. That stops the clock with 2:45 remaining. Brings up a 2nd and 10. As the Whitehawks look to the sideline, and there you can see the officials. If you can read their signs, you could intercept them, but not that anyone should do that. But 3 wideouts now. No, 4 wideouts. Trips to the left. Single setback in motion. Drill throws it to the setback in motion. It's caught by number 6. That is Blake Reinbold, and he will get a short gain on the left side as he is brought down, and the clock is stopped at 2:39 to go. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 4 from the 28. So no huddle again for the Whitehawks. 4 wideouts, 3 to the right, 1 to the near side, single setback, drill, shotgun formation, drop back to pass, in the slot, tipped, almost intercepted, incomplete. Stops the clock with 2:34 remaining, brings up a 4th and 4, and that brings a round of applause from the home crowd. Good pressure up the middle by the Red Knights, almost tipped and intercepted by number 7, Will Seymour. But now the Whitehawks, they are not showing punting formation in their own territory. Let's see though, it looks like quarterback Drill plays that role, and they like to play and keep the defense off guard. Are they gonna kick it or not kick it? He's not really in normal punting formation. Almost blocked by Seymour, but Drill gets it off, and it's received by a fair catch by number 6, Jalen Garibaldi, and the Red Knights will get a chance to get on the board here before the end of the half. They will start 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line, left hash mark, 2:29 remaining, quarter number 2. And let's see the play call, and great camera work there, just as I was thinking about what the play call is. There it was decided, and now the Red Knights will come out on offense. They will start from inside the left hash mark at the 34. And they come out, Guggenberger under center once again. It is sort of refreshing to see the Red Knights always having their quarterback under center. You don't see that very often, almost at any level. Now the handoff. Sean Washington finds some room, and he will be brought down after a gain of about 4 or maybe 5 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 5. Good gain with the handoff to Washington. Nice cutback left. Really made the next 3-4 yards there, and that's all attributed to Washington. And the clock is stopped with 2:14. There was a player roughed up. He's being brought out there, and that is Kleinsasser. Carter Kleinsasser. He caught that touchdown pass moments ago here in the second quarter that put the Whitehawks up 10-7. Now clock winding down, 2:03 remaining. Guggenberger under center, 3 wideouts, 1 to the left side, 2 to the near side, and the handoff to Washington, and he's got a 1st down. And I believe the Red Knights need to get Sean Washington going. If he gets in a groove, he is very, very difficult to bring down. He really reminds me of Barry Sanders from the Detroit Lions several years ago, and he is that good, and he gets the first down there. He'll trot off now, and that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Red Knights from their own 46, left hash mark. Clock stopped at 1:54. 10-7 our score. Red Knights looking to get the lead here at halftime, and Kellogg gets the handoff, and this time he is brought down after a short gain. Looks like they'll call it a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Clock now winding down. 1:38 to go. And Red Knights taking their time here. And now coming from the sideline slowly is number 84. TJ Stutterly brings in the play call. And I'm a little surprised there's not a little more urgency here. 1:19 to go. The importance of getting points, I think. But maybe they got a play here that's going to work well. Let's see what happens here. Fake handoff, play action pass, and they're going to go to Stutterly, and he's got it. No, he lost it. And there's a flag after that. You want drama in high school sports? We saw 3 things. I think I saw a completion, then maybe an incompletion, and a flag. Great play action. Guggenberger let it go, and to the 6'6", looks like he had it. I don't see any interference there. Then he lost it, and then they throw the flag. So did he have possession of it and fumble it, or is it an incomplete pass? What is the call? But now they're going to call a penalty, I think. Well, there was a flag, and I think that's going to be interference. I respectfully disagree with that. I think it could have been a fumble, though, against the Red Knights. So I guess they came out okay on that, given that I think that was a catch and a fumble, but they blew it dead. All right, meanwhile, Red Knights have the ball. 1st and 10 from the 38. Guggenberger back to pass again, and a wide open across the middle. Complete to number 5, Max Kloss, the 170-pound senior, 5'11". Wide open, and he had room. If he could have kept his feet right here, he was wide open with a capital W. He could have been off to the races, but a good catch nevertheless. First down, stops the clock with 56 seconds left to go. Timeout on the clock. And the Red Knights now are knocking at the door. They're on the Whitehawk 25-yard line. 1st and 10, and now we're starting to see the Red Knights open up their passing attack, which I think they really should do. They've got some talented wide receivers, and they've got a guy who's 6'6". I would throw that ball a lot to him. So far, he's seen 2 balls. He's caught 1, which led to that pass interference, which really led to them getting down to the 25 of the Whitehawks. And now Benilde thinking it over here. All right, timeout over with. Committee meetings all around. You got a Red Knight committee meeting. The referees were having a committee meeting. The Whitehawks were having a committee meetings. All the committee meetings are over. 56 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 from the 25. Exciting stuff here, especially if you're a Red Knight fan. They're knocking at the door at the 25-yard line. Guggenberger under center, old school. Wideouts left and right. Single setback is Washington. Calling signals and the handoff fake to Washington. The play action again. A wide open. TJ Stutterly, and the ball arrived a little bit late. It allowed that cornerback, number 9 for the Whitehawks, to come over and get that ball. That was Mason Sabaski, but he was open there for a minute. The ball hung just long enough to allow Sabaski to catch up to it. Incomplete. 51 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 from the 25 now. 2 wideouts to the near side. Kloss and Stutterly. Look out behind. Guggenberger got hit. Big time. Coming in, making that hit. Number 67 for the Whitehawks, Dylan Sloan, the 210-pound 6'3" senior. And what great sportsmanship by him. He reached down to lift up the quarterback. I love seeing that. And now 46 seconds remaining in the quarter. 3rd and 10 from the 25. Great credit there to Dylan Sloan. Great sportsmanship. All right, now 2 wideouts to the near side. Kellogg, the single setback. Guggenberger calling signals under center. Another play action. They go to the far near side, and they tried to get it to Stutterly. He tried to turn out of a pattern, and the ball fell short. So now we'll have a 4th and 10. Here's that replay. And the ball just didn't get out there far enough to allow Stutterly to make a play on it. And there is 43 seconds remaining in the half. 4th and 10, and a timeout on the field. So here is the situation. I don't think the Red Knights are going to try a field goal from the 25. That would make it a 35, 42-yard field goal. They'd have to kick it from the 32. No, actually, it would be, well, 7 yards. Yeah, they'd kick it from the 32. It would be a 42-yarder. Not a lot of high school kids can make 42-yard kicks, I think, in high school. So they're going to go for it here. And let's see, they must have a play here. I think they're going to go to the air, obviously. 4th and 10, maybe not. A play action draw play could work. But they've got Gibson as the single setback. Wideouts to the near side is 84. Stutterly to the far side, number 14. Kobe Willis. Guggenberger under center, 4th and 10. Time running out in the half. Shotgun. The loft to the left to Stutterly, and he can't come up with it. The ball was there on a crossing route from the near side. He did a crossing pattern to the far flag, a flag pattern, or I would call it. There you see Stutterly. He starts on the far near side, and he let it go, and it was a timing play, and the ball was just outside his outstretched hands. He had it and just couldn't quite hold on, and a frustrated, understandably so, TJ Stutterly. I think that play will be available to them in the second half. But now, 1st and 10 for the Whitehawks with 36 seconds. How aggressive are they going to be as they now show an aggressive offensive formation? 4 cross wideouts, 2 on either side, single setback, drill. Rolls right, as he often does, and he throws it, and is it complete? It is, for a 1st down, out of bounds, stops the clock with 30 seconds remaining. Ball will be placed at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10, 30 seconds remaining. Drill in the shotgun, 4 wideouts, 2 to either side, single setback for the Whitehawks, calling signals. Drill now, he'll roll out again. That's almost every play call, and that ball attempted out to the near flat is to number 17, John Kimbrough, the senior, 175-pound, 5'11", wide out. Couldn't come up with it. That stops the clock with 26 seconds remaining. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Drill. Looking for the signals from the sideline. Again, 4 wideouts, 2 to either side. Single setback to his left. Calling signals, man in motion. And the fake handoff. Delivers it to the motion man. He's going to be brought down. Great pursuit by the Red Knight defense, led by number 7, Will Seymour. He saw that play from the get-go, followed his instincts, and made the tackle in the open field. What a great play by number 7, Will Seymour, the 213-pound, 6'1" senior, coming up with big plays on defense. And now, as I look at the clock, it winds out. There's the signal, signaling the end of half number 1. So after 1 half complete from the Red Knights Stadium in Benilde-St. Margaret's and St. Louis Park, our score 10-7. Come on back for the second half. You're watching ParkTV 16. We're streaming live on YouTube.
Cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Well, Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. We are on the beautiful campus of the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights High School, bringing you high school football non-conference. The Mound Westonka Whitehawks coming on the road with a 4-3 record with a lead 10-7 here at halftime. Red Knights came in with a 3-4 record, trying to get back to 500. Both teams are looking at section tournaments coming up next week. This game matters for a couple of reasons. One, confidence and momentum going into the playoffs, and also improved seedings. And we're about to begin. The Red Knights will get the ball back. They're down 3 here, 12 minutes on the clock. Quarter number 3 about to begin. Whitehawks in kickoff formation, and the boot is handled by number 4, Chase Lee, goes to the left side, and again, out of bounds. The last kickoff, he also kicked out of bounds. So that'll bring the ball all the way out to the 35-yard line, and I'm wondering whether that is intentional on the Whitehawks' part. There are a couple of dangerous receivers back to receive those kickoffs for the Red Knights, and it seems to me that that might be intentional strategy rather than a missed kick by the Whitehawks. At least that's what it looked like. Meanwhile, though, 11:56 to go, clock stop. Red Knights come from the sideline with the play already called. They're going to start from their own 35, right hash mark, and they show 2 wideouts to the near side, none to the right. Kellogg, the single setback. Guggenberger under center, and the handoff to Kellogg. He tries that right side. He's met after a short gain, but his strength carries the defenders, and they still couldn't bring him down, and he's going to be brought out of bounds at about the 40, maybe the 41-yard line, and they call him down at the 39-yard line. I don't know why that was, if they thought he maybe stopped his forward progress, but it looked like he progressed all the way out of bounds for another couple yards, but the referees will spot it at the 39. That brings up a 2nd and 6. The clock is stopped with 11:48 to go. Just underway here, third quarter. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us on a gorgeous autumn night here in Minnesota. Couldn't ask for it better. And Guggenberger tripped on the snap. He lost the ball. They whistled it dead. Maybe a bit of a quick whistle if you're a Whitehawks fan, as that ball was left vulnerable, open. Let's see, he goes down, loses the ball, and they called him down. Probably a good call, as Sloan was there to try to pounce on the ball, but it's going to be a loss. And that'll put the Red Knights back to the original line of scrimmage at the 35. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Clock winding down. 11:36 to go. Initial minute here of quarter number 3. 10-7 our score. Red Knights now 3rd and 10. Guggenberger, the handoff to Sean Washington, the left side, breaks the tackle, but he's going to be brought down just short of the 40-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th and long for the Red Knights, and that will mean punting formation, and William Gadke, number 49, will go in to punt it away. So a good defensive start for the Mound Westonka Whitehawks. They get a 3-and-out here to begin the third quarter. They got a 3-point lead, and they've got to be feeling good about how they've come out here in the second half. Now back to receive for the Whitehawks. That's number 17, John Kimbrough, the senior, and back to punt. I expect it to be number 49, William Gadke. It is. Red Knights have the wind behind them here, and the wind is blowing quite heavily. I look at the flags in the north end, and they are horizontal. So the Red Knights will have the wind in their favor here for just the third quarter, not the fourth. Okay, now Gadke gets the punt away. Line drive kick received at the 24. And a quick move and a short gain up the middle will bring the ball to about, it appears, the 33-yard line. And that's where the Whitehawks of Mound Westonka will begin their first drive of the second half. 10:53 remaining. Ball placed officially at the 32-yard line, and there's the Whitehawk deep offense coming in with the play already called. Their quarterback, number 3, Cole Drill, in at quarterback and shotgun. 4 wideouts, 3 to the left, 1 to the near side. Setback to the side and the handoff to number 6. That is Reinhold. He's looking for some room on the left side, and the Red Knight defense strings it out well and brings down Reinhold after a short gain. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. They'll call it a gain of 4. That means it's 2nd and 6. And quickly now, the Whitehawks with 4 wideouts, 2 to the either side, single setback. Now they look to the sideline. The coaches, you can see the trifecta coaches there. They're calling in plays. I don't know which one they're listening to. Maybe all 3. That would be amazing. Anyway, Cole Drill, shotgun, rolls right, throws right, complete to number 2. That is Max Cray, the senior, 205 pound, 6'5" receiver, brings that in, and that is going to be a 1st down for the Whitehawks, and a nice play here by Cole Drill. He did face pressure from the Red Knights, brought down there, but able to still complete that pass. Shows the skill and accuracy of Cole Drill at quarterback for the Whitehawks. All right, now Drill this time hands it off to Reinhold. He finds some room over the right tackle. He's going to be brought down, tripped up just short of the 50-yard line, and I think they're going to call him down at the 49 right hash mark. 4-yard gain for the Whitehawks. Look at the clock, 9 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. And the Whitehawks look to the left. Red Knights looking to make a stop here at midfield. Now Drill in the shotgun. Single setback, slot back to the right. Now he looks left, complete in the flat. He's got blockers ahead of him. There's a flag now in the backfield. There's a flag down that's usually holding, and I think it's going to come back. That was a nice completion for a very long gain, and I'm almost certain it's going, no flag, actually. They wave it off, so the ball's going to complete. Wow, what a big pickup of a flag right there. Wow, they threw the flag and they picked it up. And I don't know what that was about, but now a large gain for the Whitehawks has them 1st and 10 set up, actually at the 30-yard line. 9:11 remaining, clock stopped. 4 wideouts, 2 to either side. Drill in the shotgun. This time he rolls right. He always rolls one way or the other. Now he keeps it, tucks it under, and gets hit hard by Brixius. And he brought him down like Antoine Winfield does, or his father, Antoine Winfield Sr., if you remember the old Vikings cornerback. When he hit somebody, that guy went down, and that's exactly what Chase Brixius did right there. He brought that guy down immediately at the 21. What a play by Brixius. 8:40 to go. 2nd and 2, though, for the Whitehawks, as they are now threatening here on their first drive in the 3rd quarter. Now the rollout to the left, complete to number 44 for the Whitehawks. That is Andrew Hossington again, the junior, 180-pound, and he is rumbling down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Whitehawks, and they have their rollout passing game going in high gear now in the 2nd half. 8:18, clock winding down as we approach halfway through the 3rd quarter. Whitehawks now getting the play from the sideline. The coaches can only come so far down. I see they're kind of beyond the white stripe. Referees aren't calling that. Now the play, the handoff inside as he rolls. He's going to be brought down short of the goal line. Looks like it's going to be down at about the 3 or 2-yard line. They'll call it the 3, and it'll be 1st and goal as we're under 8 minutes to go. Whitehawks look to the sideline. And their coaches, they are, if you look to the side, we'll have to point that out at some point. All right, now, but let's point this out. Drill rolls left, keeps it, and he strolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Whitehawks. They score on their first possession, and they now lead 16-7, pending the extra point. That touchdown on the keeper by Drill. And Drill, he's a big kid, 6'3", 185 senior, hard to bring down. And now the extra point, looks like they're going to go for 2. Then they shift out of the 2-point formation. They bring in players from the sideline, and now they look like they're going to set up to kick it to take a 10-point lead. into the wind. Drill, the quarterback, sets, kick, it's good by number 4, Chase Lee, puts the Whitehawks up by 10. So it's a 2-possession game with 7:31 to go as we look at the replay, and there the big tall quarterback for Westonka brings it in, and they score on their first drive in the second half. And now the Red Knights have their work cut out for them at home here. With the wind behind them, let's see if they start to go to the air a little more, as it seemed to be what they were doing at the end of the first half with some success. They've got some talented wide receivers. Guggenberger's got an arm on him. So if they can give him protection, let's see if they go to the air, especially with the wind behind them here in the third quarter. Down 10. All right, now kicking formation for the Whitehawks. Again, 7 minutes, 31 seconds remaining. The whistle and the kick going to be attempted by Chase Lee. And every time he just kicks it out of bounds. That is, you want respect. The players back to receive are number 6, Garibaldi, a very talented player. And also number 13, Khalif Brown. And the Whitehawks don't want to have anything to do with those two guys receiving kickoffs. So they'll take the penalty and put the Red Knights at the 35 and rely on their defense. And so far, that strategy has worked very well for Mound Westonka. They lead 17-7 in the third. Okay, now the Red Knights looking for some offensive traction in the second half. This will be their second possession after going 3 and out. And Guggenberger, Luke under center. 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far. Single setback. And there is a flag and a false start by the Red Knights. And that does not build the confidence quotient, does it, when you're trying to get back down 10? So now they're going to look at a 1st and 15. Ball backed up to the 31-yard line, and no change of play, it appears. Same formation. Guggenberger under center. Fake handoff to Kellogg, and wide open. The ball gets there, complete to Christian Johnson, the senior. And that'll be a good gain as they get back more than half of the 15 yards. He's going to be called down at the 41. Great passing catch for the Red Knights. Just what the doctor ordered as he let that go just as he got hit. And it took a while to get there, but that's how wide open Christian Johnson was. Now it's a 2nd and 5. Clock winding down. 7 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. Okay, now Red Knights break out. They've got 2 wideouts, both to the far side. Man in motion. Guggenberger under center, and the handoff to Kellogg, and he's met in the backfield. The Whitehawks saw that play all day long, and that is going to be a loss of 3 at least. 6:38 and counting in the third quarter. Going to bring up a 3rd and long now for the Red Knights as ball is placed at the 38-yard line, left hash mark. And a big play here for the Red Knights, down 10. 6:20 remaining in quarter number 3. Let's see what they have here up their sleeve on offense. They've got trips to the right, nobody to the near side. Single setback is Washington. Guggenberger, fake hands off, gets hit from behind by number 67 for the Whitehawks. That is Dylan Sloan, the 6'3", 210-pound senior, untouched, and just drills Guggenberger from behind for a big loss. It's going to bring up a 4th and 16, and that means the punting team for the Red Knights and the Whitehawks starting to show a little bit of dominance here in the second half as they stop the Red Knights on their second possession. Clock winding down, 5.5 minutes to go. Gadke in punting formation. Back to receive are 2 Whitehawks standing at their 30. And with the wind behind them, Gadke shanks it a little bit to the left. It's going to get a Red Knight bounce before it goes out of bounds at exactly the 45-yard lines. And that's where the Whitehawks will set up 1st and 10 from their own 45. So with a 10-point lead and 5 minutes and 16 seconds remaining, they have the ball. looking to add to their lead here. And it is a little bit quiet here. Not a lot to cheer about so far here in the second half. And if you're a Red Knight fan, you're looking for a turnover of some kind. Someone needs to make a play, get the momentum going, try to change the atmosphere of what's happening here. Meanwhile, though, Mound Westonka has different ideas. Pass out to the flat, and who came up to make that play? None other than number 12, Henry Slater, if I got his number right. I want to make sure because this was one heck of a defensive play. Number 13, Roman Larson, the 5'10", 190-pound senior. That kid saw that play, came up, made the play. Great defensive play by the Red Knights. Stopped for no gain, makes it 2nd and 10. Clock still winding at 4:44, counting down in the third quarter. Now 4 wideouts, 3 to the near side for the Whitehawks. Single setback in motion is Reinhold. Drill, rolls right, cuts back left. Almost lets it go from the pocket. Now he rushes out to the near side and he rushes it, tucks it under. He's gonna get brought down, hit hard by, I believe, Brixius, but not until he gets all the way to the 47-yard line of the Red Knights. He's gonna come up short of the first down. It's gonna bring up a 3rd and 2 from the 47. So now Whitehawks acting quickly, set up, looking for the play call from their coaches. You can see the trifecta there at the 45-yard line. All right, now they've got the play. 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far. Single setback, drill in shotgun. And the handoff, this time he does hand it off to Reinhold. He breaks a tackle, finds some room on the right side. Now he's on the sideline and he could be gone. And he is. 5, touchdown, Whitehawks. The run by number 6, Reinhold, puts the Red Knights in front, or excuse me, the Whitehawks in front. What a play and a nifty run by Reinhold as he look at his lateral movement there with his hips. Then his speed turns on the afterburners along the sideline. Touchdown, Whitehawks. They're up 23-7. That touchdown comes with 3:38 remaining in the third quarter. And now they'll come out, and let's see if they're going to actually attempt to kick it this time. Last time they faked the 2. This time, no faking around. They're going to kick it. And in to do the honors is number 4 for the Whitehawks, Chase Lee. And a great start here as that kick is good. Whitehawks lead 24-7, 3:38 to go, quarter number 3. Whitehawks are 2 for 2 on offense in the third quarter, and the score reflects that as they now have a commanding lead, 24-7. And the Red Knights looking for answers on offense. And let's see if they come out with the win behind them here. 3:38 to go. They've got some talented wide receivers. See if they can go to the air, and I think they're quite frankly going to have to. If they can protect Guggenberger, they can get back in this. They have the wide receivers to do it. And with this score and their last game at home of the regular season, let's see if they open up that playbook. Meanwhile, the Whitehawks will set up their kickoff formation from the 40-yard line. Right hash mark, that's Chase Lee again. And every time he kicks it out of bounds, but with this type of lead, they wonder if they'll kick it deep this time, and they do. They're going to chance it. And that's Garibaldi, picks it up, number 6, looking for some room. And he's going to be brought down just short of the 30-yard line, or right at the 30-yard line. So the Red Knights will start their third offensive possession of the second half with 3:33 remaining in the third quarter. And actually, they're going to mark it at the 31, so they gained another yard. And they will come off from the sideline with the play called. Okay, now Sean Washington, the single setback. Stutley to the near side. Nope, excuse me, that is not Stutley. I thought that was 84, but it was number 14 instead. Goes in motion is Willis, and the handoff to Washington. He's going to be brought down after a gain of about 2. It should bring up a 2nd and 8. Ball will be placed at the 33-yard line. Clock winding down, 3:10 and counting in quarter number 3, 2nd and 8 from the 33. Washington, the single setback and the handoff to him again, finds some room at the middle, almost broke a tackle into the open field, but he was brought down at about the 38. He'll be short of the first down. Actually, they call him down at the 37, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 4. Under 3 minutes to go, quarter number 3. Big play here for the Red Knights if they want to get back in this, which I'm sure they do. Single wide out to the right, handoff now to Kellogg. And the White Hawk defense, I think, saw that coming. Kellogg, the big fullback, unable to convert. And now decision time for the Red Knights, down as they are by 17 points, 3-score game, and they are not going to kick it here. They're going to try to get it on 4th and 4. Big play now coming up. Clock winding down in quarter number 3. We're at 2 minutes right now. Guggenberger under center, wide out to the far side. Single setback is Kellogg, and they're going to hand it off to him again, and the big fullback is going to be brought down short, and it's going to be a turnover on downs as he is brought down about a yard short. And the Whitehawks are feeling the energy with that big stop on defense. And the Red Knights in their 3rd offensive possession, unable to continue the drive, turns the ball over in the 3rd quarter. Clock stopped with 1:50 to go. And the Whitehawks looking to add to their lead here in the 3rd quarter. Our score 24-7. And a chance to remind you, you are watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. Gorgeous night here. If you're a Red Knight fan, not so great. If you're a Whitehawks fan, great night so far. But this game is not over. Anything can happen in high school sports. And let's see, almost right there, Seymour got the sack. Drill, the quarterback, got it away, but a nice tackle on the far side by guess who? Number 15, Chase Brixius, and a great defensive play there by the Red Knights for a loss of 5, and that might be just the trigger the Red Knights need to spark this team here into the 4th quarter and a comeback. Meanwhile, though, 2nd and 15, Drill, the quarterback for the Whitehawks, in shotgun. 4 wideouts, trips to the left. Fake handoff to Reinhold. Drill will keep it, and he fumbled it, and it's lost, and I think he was able to get it back as he got hit as he was falling after a gain of about 7. And that would have been the break that the Red Knights really needed had they been able to come up with that fumble. But here it is, the fake to Reinhold. He comes right up the middle. It's really a quarterback draw play, isn't it? And the big hit there put on by number 52 for the Red Knights, and I don't have a name for him, unfortunately. I have a 50 and a 53, but not a 52, unfortunately. But that was a big hit by him, almost caused a turnover. 37 seconds still remaining, 3rd and 9. Big play now for the Red Knights to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. Drill rolls right, throws, incomplete, attempted for number 2 along the sideline, Max Cray, and it's incomplete, but I think the Whitehawks are going to go for it here. They have a 17-point lead. Their defense has played stellar in the 2nd half. No reason to kick it unless they just want to pin them deep, but I don't think that's in their DNA. 27 seconds, clock stop in the 3rd quarter, 4th and 9. Big play here for the Red Knights. They do have a player back to receive, Garibaldi, just in case it's a quick kick, because you never know, so you don't know. So there he is in shotgun formation, or is he in punting formation? He does punt it, and they're going to play conservative this time with a 17-point lead, and that was a brilliant punt by Drill as he angles it towards out of bounds, and he gets it out of bounds inside the 10, no, inside the 15 at the 12, and that's where the Red Knights will start with 21 seconds to go in quarter number 3. And a long field ahead of them as we look at their schedule here. That is the situation of their their whole season, right? They won their game number 1, lost 3. Okay, meanwhile, play goes on as we are in the waning moments of quarter number 3. And now Guggenberger in the shotgun. Kellogg, the single setback. 2 wideouts to the far side. He throws it to the far side and incomplete. And a little miscommunication. It was intended for Max Kloss, and that'll stop the clock at 17 seconds remaining. Checking in, you can see, is TJ Stutley. We've been saying his name is Stutterly. There's an R in the program. We were corrected, so my apologies for mispronouncing his name or anyone else's name I may happen to mispronounce. And now Guggenberger under center. 2nd and 10. Play action pass. He's going to let it go to Stutley, and the 6'6" receiver again can't quite come up with it. And those near receptions have been almost the same. The ball is in his hands, he has it, and then somehow he just lets it go at the last minute. And that's got to be so frustrating, as that ball was there. Just was unable to hang on through the process, as they call it. And now it's 3rd and 10 with 11 seconds remaining on the incompletion. The clock is stopped at 11. And now 3rd and 10. For Guggenberger, quarterback under center. 2 wideouts to the far side. Back to pass. He's got to hurry. Lets it go, and it's going to be short on the flat as he got hit just as he let it go. And Luke Guggenberger has been getting hit tonight. And he gets up slowly right here. And there's Sloan. Gets by, hits him low just as he let it go. And now the Red Knights will be punting from the shadows of their own goalposts, although it is at night, so there is no shadows, but that is exactly where they are. And the Whitehawks have 2 receivers standing at about their own 48, 49 yard. They'll have excellent field position to begin the 4th quarter. Gadke, big kick here. Needs to get the ball away, get some breathing room. And he does get it away, end over end kick, trying to get the bounce. He does slightly, and it's going to be out of bounds at about the 45 or 6 yard line. And they're going to call it the 45, 1st and 10 for the Whitehawks. They'll start in Red Knight territory, and that is the end of quarter number 3. Our score, 24-7 Whitehawks. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Come on back for the finale in quarter number 4.
Looks like we all made it. But now what?
We lost everything. What are we going to do with no fresh water?
No food.
What are we gonna do with no social media?
Kids aren't the only ones drowning in social media, but teens are definitely the most attached to their phones, which is not all good. Kids who spend too much time texting and posting are more likely to feel isolated and depressed. No one is saying throw your phone away, but once in a while, try actually calling somebody. Talking is even more social than social media. For clues on how to clear your head and brighten your outlook, try visiting one more site, yourlifeyourvoice.org.
Still no service.
All right, we're back on ParkTV 16 Sports, beginning of the 4th quarter. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. Whitehawks were 1st and 10 from the Red Knight 45. They just had a running play to number 6 Reinhold for a big gain, and now they are 1st and 10 at the Red Knight 33. Just under 12 minutes to go, quarter number 4. Whitehawks lead by 17, 24-7, and now they are in Red Knight territory early in the 4th. Drill hands it off to Reinhold. He goes off the right side, finds a room, and he'll be run out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, and that'll be a gain of about 8. It'll bring up a 2nd and 2 if eyesight is accurate from the press box. They are in the 28, gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 28. Whitehawks, they came in with a 4-3 record overall. Red Knights were 3-4. It was earlier 10-7, but since then it's been all Whitehawks with all the scoring. And now here is the quarterback with another rollout. He is really good at rolling out to either side, and especially when you roll out against the grain as he does and on this play, to twist his body back and then set to make that throw is a skill and a talent by that quarterback, number 3, Cole Drill, and he's got another 1st and 10 on that rollout completion. And that's what they do with Drill, the Whitehawk offensive coaches. They roll him out. I don't think he's done a true blue stay in the pocket pass all night long. No play actions, all are rollouts, but it's worked effectively as the score reflects. 24-7. This time, the handoff to number 13. First handoff to him, that is Roman Larson, the 5'10", 190-pound senior. He gets met at the line of scrimmage, maybe fell forward for a short gain. They'll call it a gain of 3. Ball now placed at the 15-yard line, left hash mark, and you can see the clock winding down, 10:15 and counting, 2nd and 8. Quarterback Cole Drill having a great night on offense for the Mound Westonka Whitehawks. Gets the play from the sideline. Almost an I formation with this time the fullbacks in front of him and the tailbacks behind him. This time he hands it off. And the Red Knights were ready for that one. They read the play well. The handoff again to number 13 for the Whitehawks, Roman Larson. He was met at the line of scrimmage. And now the Whitehawks, with the 17-point lead, have made a shift in their offensive strategy. They're going to the run a lot more. Most of the time, their quarterback, Cole Drill, would fake those handoffs, but now he's giving them, and that's because they just want to wind this clock down. And they are doing that so far. 9:23 and counting, 3rd and 9. Ball set at the 14. This time Drill back to pass, screen pass, complete to Larson, and right there on the play, smelling it out all the way was number 3 for the Red Knights, Nathan Dukowski, the 5'11", 161-pound junior, stepped up to make that play. Right here, coming from out of nowhere, beat that block by the Whitehawk, and now it's a 4th and 15, and the Whitehawks are going to attempt a kick here, or so it appears. In to do the honors, the ball will be placed at the 27-yard line. This is going to be a 37-yard line with the 10-mile-an-hour wind from the south directly behind him. Ball placed, kick up, and it looks good, and it is good from 37 yards with a 10-mile-an-hour wind aid. Adds 3 points to the score. It's now 27-20. It's a 20-point lead with 8:34 to go in quarter number 4. And the Whitehawks have got to be feeling good about their play tonight here on the road. Meanwhile, the Red Knights are looking for answers on offense especially. And I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up their starting quarterback, who broke his wrist several games ago. He's been out since before the homecoming game a couple weeks ago that I had the privilege to bring. And now it's 27-7, and it's a 3-possession game. They need 3 touchdowns and 3 stops with 8:34 to go. And with that onside kick, anything can happen, but that's the only pathway that I see for these Red Knights to get back in this is to go down, quickly score, get the ball back, score again, and of course, do it a 3rd time. Tall order, but not impossible. Now the kickoff. This time they don't kick it out of bounds with that 20-point lead, and they do kick it to number 6, the dangerous receiver, Jaden Garibaldi, the 5'9", 165-pound junior. Haven't called his name much tonight, as the Whitehawks have done a nice job keeping the ball away from him because he is a dangerous player on offense for the Red Knights, but he's been neutralized tonight by the Whitehawk game plan. And now here come the Red Knights. They'll start 1st and 10 from about the left part of the middle of the field at about the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, 8:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Luke Guggenberger in the shotgun. He'll roll right, being chased by 2 Whitehawks. Nice block there to protect him. Breaks the tackle, Guggenberger, and he'll be brought out of bounds after a run of about, I'm going to guess about 6. We'll see where they mark it, but a good play there for the Red Knights on a 1st and 10. Down by 20 here. The ball will be placed at the 39-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd and 2. So a nice run there by Luke Guggenberger to start this drive. 2nd and 2 from the 34. Now under center. 2 wideouts, 1 to either side. Washington, the setback. They hand it off. He tries the left tackle, and he's going to be brought down immediately there to meet him for the tackle for Mound Westonka, number 58. That is Dylan Holapa. Obviously a Finnish name. Senior, 225 pounds, 6'2", was there to meet Washington for no gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2 from the 34. Clock continuing to wind down. We're under 8 minutes to go in the game. Now Kellogg in as the single setback. 3 wideout, 2 wideouts, 1 slot back to the near side. The handoff to Kellogg, and he is met right away at the line of scrimmage. This time, meeting him first was number 44 for Mound Westonka. That is Andrew Hossington, again, the 6', 180-pound junior. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 2 on that no gain. And now Gadke in to punt it away with 7:14 to go. He'll be punting it into a 10-mile-an-hour wind directly out of the south. That's what's bringing the moderate temperatures. It's going to be in the 70s for the rest of the week. It's still in the 50-degree range here at about 9 o'clock. And that ball is blocked by number 13 for Mound Westonka, Roman Larson, the 5'10", 990-pound senior, came right in and took that ball right off the toe of Will Gadke, right there, like he was really in on him. And now Mound Westonka will have a 1st and 10 from the Red Knight 21-yard line. And if you're a Red Knight fan, what are you going to do here? Tough night. It was 10-7 going into that end of the first half, and it's been all Whitehawks since here in the second half. Literally all Whitehawks. So tough night here for the Red Knights. They're going to have to regroup as they get ready for the sections. And now the shotgun snap to Cole Drill. He's met in the backfield for a loss. Clock will continue to wind down. 6:39 and counting. 2nd and 11, they'll call it after the loss of 1. I don't expect the Whitehawks to be throwing it here, although they do show a passing formation with 4 across, 2 to the near side. Single setback is Reinhold. They look to the sideline. I just find that I'll never get over it. When I played high school football, and I'm not saying what we did was better back then, but we always had a guy run the play in, but that's what they do. They've been doing it for decades, so still different from my experience how high school football has evolved. And now we've got a player injured, and that, I believe, looks like it's Garibaldi. And doesn't look like he's going to signal to come out. Looks like he's going to walk it off, so that's a concern. Garibaldi plays in that free safety position there in the backfield on the defense for the Red Knights. Meanwhile, 3rd and 4 for the Whitehawks. The handoff to Larson on the left side. There's a flag from the side judge. That could be offsides or likely a holding against the Whitehawks. Clock stopped at 5:29 to go in quarter number 4 to sort it out. And it looks like it's going to be holding against the Whitehawks. That's the preliminary call that I saw. You could probably see it on your screen there as well. And they will mark off 10 yards. Holding on the Whitehawks. That'll bring up a 3rd and 14 from the 5-yard line. And they wind the clock as it continues to wind down. 5:25 and counting. 3rd and 14 for the Whitehawks. 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Single setback as Reinhold. Slot back left. In motion. Number 17, Kimbrough. He sets in the slot to the right side. Drill calling signals from the shotgun. And the fake handoff. He'll roll right. Getting chased. Lets it fly into the ground. Incomplete. Stops the clock with 5 minutes to go. It'll bring up a 4th and 14 from the 25 as we watch the replay. Drill rolls right. Getting chased by number 57. That was Calvin Flume, the 6'1", 189-pound junior, playing well on defense. And now with exactly 5 minutes to go in quarter number 4, are they going to try to kick it here to see if their kicker can find the range? He's got a 10-mile-an-hour wind behind him. Ball placed at the 25. It'd make it a 42-yarder, but they're going to forgo that. And now they're almost in a victory formation. Very conservative. And now the rollout, steps back left as he gets forced to the near side. Now he tucks it underneath, and Drill's going to have a first down as he's brought down inside the 10-yard line with 4:50 to go in the 4th. And a nice play there, an individual effort there by Cole Drill. He tried to roll right, got pushed back to the left, but there was no containment by the Red Knights to bring him down. He took advantage of his skill and ability to run and reverse course. And now it's 1st and goal for the Whitehawks at the Red Knight 9, 4:29 and counting. And the Whitehawks looking again here in the red zone. And now Drill, the handoff to Reinhold, finds some room in the middle. He's brought down short of the goal line at about the 2, maybe the 1-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like it's going to be at the 1, maybe the 2. 2nd down and 1 from the 1. 4 minutes remaining and counting. You can see the clock on your screen. And the Whitehawks looking again to the sideline for the play call. And again, Cole Drill, number 3. Stellar night for the quarterback for Mound Westonka. Now the handoff to Reinhold. He tries the inner left side, and he does make it in. He breaks the plane. And another 6 points for the Whitehawks. Puts them up 33-7 with 3:42 remaining in quarter number 4. And let's see if they're going to kick this time or go for 2. And they have an interesting formation. So they got a group of players to the left. They're going to bring them over. Whitehawks have a very complicated offense, don't they? They use all kinds of fakes. That takes a lot of practice. You got to hand it to their creativity. Keeps the defense off balance, no question about it. Now the place, the kick, and just gets it over the crossbar. Number 4, Chase Lee, adds that extra point, and our score now late in the 4th quarter, 34-7 Whitehawks have the lead, and they are cruising to victory here at 34-7. Red Knights will get the ball back. And if you're a Red Knight fan and if you're a Red Knight player, you know, if I was the coach, you just want to say, let's just go move the ball. Let's use this time wisely. Let's try to get some first downs. Maybe we can get a score here to salvage something at the end. Let's see what they do. I hope they come out and throw that ball. See if they can stretch out this Whitehawk defense and add a score here at the end to get some momentum going into the section playoffs. All right, now here come the Whitehawks from the sideline in kicking formation. Early in the game, when the score was in doubt, they were always kicking it out of bounds. They obviously fear the returners for the Red Knights, but lately with the lead, they've been kicking it. This time they do kind of go out of bounds, but they kick a short kick, and it's caught by Sean Washington, the excellent running back for the Red Knights. He's going to be brought down at about the 39-yard line. That stops the clock with 3:38 to go. And that's where the Red Knights will start. So they've been shut out here in the second half. They had their opportunities a few times. Penalties have gotten in the way. Some drop passes that were right there. If they'd gone and been completed, may have changed the outcome of this game, but you gotta hand it to Mound Westonka. They've got a nice team there at 4-3. They're gonna go to 5-3. They played very well tonight and are very deserving of the victory. All right, now here comes Lugenberger under center, the handoff inside. Appears that was Washington with the carry. Nope, this time it was number 26 for the Red Knights. That was Joe Roszkiak, the 5'11", 182-pound sophomore. So Coach Brad Anderson going to the bench here, as he should, giving some underclassmen some valuable varsity playing experience. And it is valuable until you play any varsity sport. It really is different. The level of intensity from even the B squad game or the JV game, whether it's basketball, baseball, football. So this experience is invaluable for the coming years for the Red Knights. So good to see Coach Brad Anderson getting in some other players to get some varsity experience. And the clock is stopped with 3:03 to go. Timeout on the field. When we come out of the timeout, the ball is at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 7 for the Red Knights. And they will come out with two wideouts to the far side. That is number 14, Kobe Willis, and number 5, Max Kloss. And in at quarterback for the Red Knights, that's Charles Yeager, the sophomore, 5'11", 161-pound sophomore. Is getting some just as I was speaking about valuable experience, especially for him if he's their up-and-comer here at quarterback. Although Peyton Myers, who did break his wrist and was the starting quarterback, also a junior, will be back next year. But still good to give valuable experience to number 11 at quarterback. Again, Charles Yeager. Under center, two wideouts, one to either side, single setback, 2:26 remaining. The handoff, he trips just as he was going to get going. Number 26 also in relief, Joe Roszkiak. No gain, brings up a 4th and 10, and I think the Red Knights might as well run a play here. Just again, for the experience, is coming from the sideline, Charles Yeager, the sophomore quarterback, in relief. See if they set up a passing play for the young man. Be good experience. Let's see what they do. Single setback, two wideouts, one on either side, under center, and he is back to pass. Great experience for the kid. He goes for the post pattern, and I think there's interference there, and they're not going to call it. Wow, I thought there was interference. He was held up as he tried to break to the ball. Let's look at the replay and judge for yourself at home or wherever you are. Intended for Kobe Willis. I love the play call by Coach Brad Anderson. And kid did a nice job. He looked comfortable in the pocket. Didn't hesitate to let it go. He was double covered. Maybe a good no call. But that's going to turn the ball over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Whitehawks. Clearly with the lead 34-7. They're going to be in victory formation. And they will kneel the ball down a couple times and wind out the clock and take the victory. And now a timeout on the field. I think we maybe have an injury. Or no, a timeout on the field by the Red Knights. And I think that is ostensibly just to get organized, as Coach Brad Anderson's gonna get substitutes in to play on this last defensive series, although I think the Whitehawks are just gonna kneel the ball down, so good game, you guys. All right. Red Knights following the timeout, new slate of defensive players. Victory formation, and it looked like maybe the Red Knights jumped there, and hey, if I haven't played all year, I'd want to jump too, even though victory formation. And they're gonna kneel it down. Clock now winding down, 1:25 and counting in the match. Again, Whitehawks 2nd and 13 now in victory formation. And are they letting the clock wind down? Looking for the play call. Can't imagine it's going to be anything other than it's the Holy Grail. We're not going to fumble it. He kneels down. Clock continues to wind down. Loss of 2. Ball placed at the 46, 50 seconds remaining. So that's it for the Red Knights. This is the end of the regular season. It's MEA weekend on a Wednesday night. They're going to fall to 3-5, but they are going to be in the section tournament. I'm sure they'll take a lot of learning from this match. And there's the final kneel down by quarterback Cole Drill. And these Whitehawks are thrilled with the victory. You can see from the body language. And that will end the match here. Our final score from McQuinn Athletic Complex on the beautiful campus of Benilde St. Margaret's. Final score 34-7. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our production here at ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again. Have a great night.